Did you guys have a look at the roadmap that I made? It's a little rough, and there's not very much on the prototype in there. A lot of details can be added for sure.
Yeah, it's you posted already yesterday, I believe. Did you?
Yeah, I posted it a while ago, and I've been adding to it. Max made some comments, starting to break down some things a little further. But
basic websites. Do you have a URL in mind where that will be hosted?
That's a good question. Maybe a common stack, or I'm open to suggestions. Maybe
that you already registered a name or something.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we registered anything yet.
Okay.
I think Bernd wanted to register a domain name, though.
Hey there.
Hey, Coach B.
You just heard my name. What? Anything I can help?
Well, you were mentioning about registering a domain name at some point.
Yeah, I said that if we have anything like that, it's good to put it into the association. So we put it into the statute, so that is possible.
Yeah, I'm down. Does anyone? I guess we need to pick a name. I mean, I guess Common Stack, right? Like commonstack.io or commonstack.something. .fun.
Do you guys think that commons.io is available?
It's not. I remember looking at, there were some commons, but they were like commons.study or something like that. Well, so I think we should just get started. Who's fellow Jitzer?
It's me from my phone. Hey.
Oh, perfect. Hey, Chris. So Jeff, Lorelai, and I have to bail in about 27 minutes to go meet up with Simon. So it's kind of an important thing that we're excited about. So I would really just want to speed through this the best that we can. So I have a quick agenda. If there's something that you guys want to add to the agenda, don't be shy. Definitely put it in there. Let's see, where is it? I have too many tabs open.
And I'm here. I'm just like cooking on the other side of the screen, but I'm here and listening and participating.
Yeah. So, well, we're going to skip what did you do this week, and let's just do the project updates. So, legal entity, Coach B, what's going on? What's the update?
So we can create the legal entity anytime we want. So all the papers are set. So that's it. Yeah, it's ready.
Perfect. Odyssey Hackathon, it's basically finished. There seems to be some work on the prototype. Maybe Sponette, do you want to give us an update on what's going on with the prototype?
Yeah, okay, I'm not muted. Yeah, so the last thing we did was together with basically most of the devs that were present at Odyssey, we started reorganizing the repos from the hackathon, and it's now been merged into one. This morning, Kai has also created a separate GitHub repo called Common Stack, I believe, or yeah, I think it's Common Stack, where we can accumulate all the code, and maybe that's the one we can use to show it to the world, or the whatever code we already created, so that it's not on the Odyssey Stack account anymore. So that could be our base to start off from. Yeah, other than that, we spent some time creating the desired roles to build out the product in a later stage, and I'm going to continue. So Will told me that he wouldn't be able to work on any of the code for at least until mid next week. But he gave me the link and information how to build it. So I'll try to work together with Kai to get that up and running on that new repo that we have. And I think that's like the first phase to clean it up. And then maybe if it's suitable to show anyone, we can use that. I think that's about the update for the code and the product right now.
And you're just going to focus on the JavaScript side of things?
For the time being, we could also look at the smart contracts, obviously, but I don't know who's up for that. Currently, I think the most capacity that we have at our hands is for doing JavaScript and like state basically all the functionality of the app, so that it's sort of visually does what it needs to do.
Nice. And then, have you gotten a hold of Deem at all?
I haven't heard him since the hackathon, actually, so I don't know what's up with him.
I would definitely try to get a hold of him and just touch bases, because he did all of Team 3 stuff and basically turned Giveth into a JavaScript app. So that's I'm sure will come in handy for the final pieces of like connecting everything.
Yeah, I'll surely do that. See how we can involve in the coming days, maybe once.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Jeff, you want to talk about the narrative pitch for pre-sale updates?
Yep. So we are meeting with Simon to chat through the Common Stack today. And I figured it would be good to have just a quick, not necessarily a pitch deck, but just sort of a summary of the main points that we can direct people to afterwards. So there's that, and I've prepared a quick email. I'm sure we'll be chatting with a bunch of people over the weekend, so just having some of those explanations ready to send to people to follow up after our conversations. I can share that link. Chat here. And that's definitely up for any tweaks or improvements. I didn't know exactly where to draw the line as far as like about detail on funding allocations and how specific we want to be with our roadmap. So those things are definitely open for tweaking.
Cool. Put that link down there. And let's see. Let's see. So next is Common Stack pre-sale design. I think the DAppLion piece is pretty slick for determining parameters. We just need to actually solidify some parameters, and we'll be done with that, I think. White paper with Abby and Max. I think there's some stuff in the wiki, but honestly, a lot of it should probably go towards looking at the real-time board, the user flows, and just determining a brief outline for a smaller white paper before we go into like the deep dive of like the eventual white paper will be like both Will and Christoph from Vienna want to, I think Christopher, sorry, from Vienna want to do like a full-on doctrinal like latex version of the white paper. So I mean, if two people want to write a white paper in latex, it's okay by me. But I think it's probably a little early for that until we have a basic one in Google Docs put together. Okay, so that's the updates. Next is just roadmap discussions. If you guys have seen this link, I'll paste it in the Jitsi too. And does anyone else have any topics they want to cover? Just put it in here. I'll make sure that we have time for it if you put it before the action items. Number 4. Where are we here? So I'm sure you guys are all in it, but there's a link to it in Jitsi anyway, the roadmap. So basically, this is my thoughts on it. I would love to see some feedback, and I'm probably missing things. and I want to take this initial like dates thing and break it down further into like dependencies and like smaller goals for each one. So like for April 25th, I just kind of, for the narrative, it's April 26th for the narrative. So it's like just add some dependencies here, and also like some timelines or some action items. And I want to do that like right now, basically. So I don't know if you guys are down to just collab on that for a little bit, or if you have any questions or thoughts.
No, for me, it's fine.
Oh, very cool. So, well, are you guys down to just add some things or hack on this and read it for like 10 minutes? Okay, cool. And if you guys have any questions, you can just jump in. Like, I think for legal documents signed, the only thing is doing a ceremony, right? No comments or anything from anyone? Oh yeah, no, I see some people working.
Wait, does that say May 21st begin full-on push for funding?
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be like a 9-day sprint for 100K?
Well, no, we have to, before we can get funding, we have to do the KYC, we have to do this, but yeah, pretty much. I mean,
So you get people KYC before that day, or?
mhm.
Okay. So they're already ready to be spending.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, we'll have been asking for money for a month.
Mhm.
Yeah, it says KYC process begins May 9th. So if we can manage that, then it's already open for KYC on May 9th.
Mhm.
And actually the payment and KYC can go hand in hand.
Okay. Do you want? So really, we can do. So, would we want a website for doing the KYC? I assume.
Can you repeat that?
Do we need a website to do the KYC in, right?
Yes, I have a list of providers that I'm going through right now that could help us in that, because I want to sort of automate that at the end. Because
Yeah.
it should be within the process of sending your funds. It doesn't have to be a manual process.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into that, and then, but in the beginning it can be manual. We just need to know exactly what we need to find out. And but May 9th seems fine. Should work.
So would you imagine using someone else's website then?
Usually they have plugins, so it's actually you outsource that, and you just have a plugin that, or just sort of an API you connect to, and then certain data is transmitted. And if they really need like a video call, then they have all these tools in place. So we don't have to do that. But it would be through a website, yes, at the end. It would be a website that we have, and then just a very simple. It doesn't need to be huge or blinky, nice, whatever. Just we need to
Maybe
be
then we also
functional.
should add the creation of that website to the roadmap, shouldn't we? Then we should have something there before the KYC.
Yeah, I had it on,
Makes-
but now it needs to be moved up.
Who's gonna make the website?
These are the kinds of things that I'm excited to be collabing on. I think Max likes making websites. He made a great website for the Argon DAC.
Yeah, he did. And he's
Magic
cool to
Power.
collaborate
Sorry.
with.
Magic Powered is also a really good design group. That's who Block Science uses, and they're quite affordable, I believe.
Is that Sergey's group?
He has worked with them. Yeah, that's the crew.
I don't mind helping getting that website up with whomever wants to like design it. And for the unicorn, for the Aragon DAC, I did it with Max, and that was in any case a very easy collaboration.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm putting details in the like lower version of this. Bernd, you were talking about allowing people to do 3 times or 2 times as much donation as they gave us, right?
Say again.
Like if they donate if they donate 100,000, they could put 200,000 into the bonding curve. Was the idea on that?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's the question is, does the bonding curve need that, or I mean, we just discussed it yesterday. So it's just an incentive for people to pay into the association for the build.
Mm-hmm. So we'll just have to add that into the parameters because it is pretty nice. It's a good idea. Maybe Spunnet, or I'll have to ask Dapline. Let's see if Dapline can help. When do we leave for Africa, Bern?
1 week from tomorrow morning.
Is that the 27th?
27th in the morning.
Okay, so let's move to action items for like the week, if anyone's down.
Cool. That sounds good. So for me, I'm like continuing to help people like figure out their agreements around being valued for the work. And I imagine by this time next week that we'll have an association. And I don't know if there are any other blockers besides like, yeah, making those agreements. I know I personally want to see the budget breakdown. The more detailed build phase budget breakdown. So that's, yeah, probably gonna cat herd that as well.
Okay. Well, that sounds like Griff and Bern. Yeah, Coach B. Did you want to go over budget sometime this weekend?
Yeah, I'm working on the on a spreadsheet already. So I'm putting all the items that you've put in your list. I put them into a spreadsheet so we can then break them down into months and so on. And yeah, so that's one topic I will work on. We can have a call tomorrow if you like. No, tomorrow. What is today? Today's Friday. Yeah, tomorrow is possible.
Nice. Tomorrow's great. Do you have a time? I'm
Um,
pretty much all day tomorrow.
yeah, me too. I'm fine. So whenever is best for you.
Let's just say 3 p.m. or let's say 1 p.m.
Okay.
And I'll make a Google invite right now.
Okay, good. Yeah. So, and other topics are that I'm sort of creating the list of KYC providers, checking what we need on the KYC part, getting the documented terms and conditions from the legal side. So we have everything in place to add members to our association. That's what I'm doing this week, and hopefully, yeah, we can simply create the association this week as well.
Okay.
Those are my topics.
Okay, I'll let you finish. You're good at taking notes on the other
Yeah.
ones. So I need to have a meeting with you, and I want to really round up time with Abby and Jeff as well, probably also tomorrow.
I just got off the train, so can I hop in and do my action items before I have to get into the car with my family?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Cool. That's my mom honking at me. Oh my God. Okay, so I down to do that narrative brainstorm tomorrow, Griff. I actually have done a lot of thinking on it and have written some things up. So, and have put some work into the next draft of the Common Stack wiki. So I think that my action item for this weekend and for next week is to, one, get out one more article recapping some stuff that has to do with like augmented bonding curves based off of feedback. And then two, get a really nice product narrative drafted out, whether that's in the investor deck that we can talk about tomorrow, the deck that we're going to be sending to people, just kind of like round out a narrative for like stuff that we can send people as we start diving into this roadmap, and then in the GitHub wiki and stuff. So I feel like that's top of mind and will be my priority this week.
Do you have a time tomorrow that works well for you, Abby?
My family is like kind of all over the place when we're together, as I am. So I think just like let you guys just tell me what time and I'll just try to make it work and I'll let you know if there's any issues. I'm basically free all day though.
What time zone are you in?
I'm gonna be yes, I'm just gonna be in DC, so I'm gonna be same Eastern Standard.
Okay. So let's just shoot for like 10. Does 10 a.m. work, or do you need later?
No, let's do 10 a.m. That works.
Okay.
Cool.
11 a.m. 11 a.m. 11 a.m.
11. That works totally. Let's do it.
Okay. That gives me a little more time between time zone math with Burns call. So
Yeah. Perfect.
11 a.m. for Eastern Standard Time with Abby.
Yeah.
And Lorelai is gonna make a Google Calendar invite for us. So
nice. That's beautiful. Cool.
Okay. Thanks, Abby.
This is a narrative call.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Jeff. Spunnet, do you have any action items for the week?
Yeah, I think for me it will be primarily the organization of all that the hackathon code in the new repo, and trying to. I also want to create a document where we start preparing what's needed for the for building a prototype. That's I want to try to nail that down and see who can like fill in the different roles of actually creating that. So who's in for like doing some development, who's into doing some UX, just like preparing everything for if you want to start building out the prototype like the 1st of May. Yeah.
Cool. And Baron, can I just reserve a website and then we give it to the association or something? Or is that more complicated and the association should reserve the website?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So I'll put that on my to-do list, is getting a website, but that'll come out of the narrative discussion tomorrow with Abby and Jeff. Jeff, it looks like you have some things. Oh, I should mute. I think you can just talk.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking I would go through yours. Yeah, I'm going to work on this conviction voting components for Sean Conway's keynote on Tuesday. Sorry, it's weird with this this echo. I'm going to put some more effort into narrative work. I have a couple of articles that I really want to get working on, just kind of doing a problem definition for the Common Stack and kind of honing down that investor pitch / executive summary. And I don't know if it's totally related to the Common Stack, but hopefully I'm going to get out that article around Zargar's Notebook always being on sale.
Cool. Anything else that we are missing? Okay, awesome. I'm gonna run away, but thank you guys so much for this quick meeting and update. Feel free to continue hacking on the roadmap or anything else that you see, and I'll see you guys on the Telegram. Wish us luck with Simon.
Hey, get him on board. Get Vitalik on board too.
Yeah, exactly.
Get them all.
Get them all, yeah.
Gotta get them all. They're like Pokemon.
Cool.
Cool.
Enjoy.
Bye, guys. See you.
Bye.
All right.
Like,